What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 66, and we start today's episode off seeing that Sebastian Young, our right back, wants a new contract, and also Robin says he's not happy that he doesn't get into the team very often, and Kevin Volland is satisfied because he played in the last game against Schalke, which we won by 2-1. And our first game of today's episode is against Zenit St. Petersburg here, away in Russia in the Champions League round of 16 first leg. Now, of course, in the last season, in our debut season in the Champions League, we got to the round of 16. Unfortunately, Juventus ended up knocking us out. And I did mention during the group stages this year that because we topped the group, we will face a team that qualified in second from their group in the round of 16. And this is the importance of topping your group in Europe, because no disrespect to Zenit St. Petersburg, but they're not at the same level as Juventus would be. You know, we'd struggle. Obviously, we did struggle against Juventus. We went out to them. You know, whereas against Zenit St. Petersburg would probably be considered favourites with our new fantastic side. So this is exactly what I mentioned before. That's why I love topping the group. We do take on Zenit St. Petersburg, and despite the fact I wouldn't say they're as good as Juventus, I still knew it'd be a very difficult game for us and a difficult challenge. And the first chance the game would fall directly from kickoff as I give the ball away with Schultz, but thankfully win it back. And we play a quick free ball in towards the run of Kevin Volland here. The defender doesn't deal with it. We try and loop the ball over the goalkeeper. It's going in, but unfortunately he casually gets back on his line and tips it over the bar for a corner, and from that corner Royce ends up swinging the ball in towards the centre. He aims for William Carvalho, who wins the header but hits the bar. So unfortunately for us, despite a couple of early chances, we couldn't force the ball into the back of the net, and it's still 0-0. So very unfortunate there as Carvalho hits the bar. And in the 27th minute, you see Holt get on the ball down the right-hand side, and he gives the ball off towards Anyukov. Anyukov plays the ball forward towards the run of his teammate. He goes down the right-hand side, he crosses the ball in, and unfortunately it's Axel Witsel, I should say. I always read it as Alex. Axel Witsel, the Belgian, who wins the header and puts it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0. So unfortunately, 28 minutes in, despite us having the early chances, it is Zenit who take the lead in this game. So clearly a bit of overconfidence by me, but as Marco Royce storms down the left-hand side directly from kickoff, we swing it across ourselves, pick out Volland, and Volland picks out the bottom corner. So there you go. It's pretty simple, isn't it? You know, you cross and score, we'll cross and score. It's one apiece, and it is Kevin Volland who gets the goal with a nice little run and cross by Royce there. So one apiece, and I'm glad we respond directly from kickoff, and we get that all-important away goal, which I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about, but I always say if you're playing away from home in the Champions League or the Europa League, make sure you get yourself an away goal. It really is important. So we're back on level terms here, and in the 31st minute, William Carvalho finds his shield. The striker plays the ball over the top towards the run of Herman down the right hand side. He gets past his man and shoots, but he hits the post, and Zenit clear the ball away. So twice we struck the woodwork, very unlucky, and it's still one apiece. But in the 39th minute, we get a ball to Yashil through the centre here. Yashil goes through, really good chance. He would take aim from just outside the area, but it agonisingly goes narrowly wide of the far post and out for a goal kick. So still one apiece, but as you would have briefly saw there in the top left, Zenit had one shot compared to our 7, and we were playing much better. And from the goal kick, it's cleared forwards towards the run of Axel Witsel. Holt gets onto the ball and offloads it towards Danny. Down the left-hand side, the Portuguese winger goes for a shot. It's a really good save by Zila, though, and we just about managed to get the ball away. So good stop by our goalkeeper, and it is still one apiece. But I give the ball away. It goes forward in again. It's a great chance for Rondon, who strikes it, but thankfully he puts it wide, and it goes out for a goal kick. So Zenit starting to grow in confidence a little bit and getting a bit better. And just before our half-time mark, they had another great chance here on the stroke of half-time as they played the ball forward towards Witsel, who got the first goal, and he also won a penalty for Zenit as well. It was Robin who brought him down, and yeah, I have to say it was one of those really frustrating ones because I didn't lunge, I just sort of hammered into him with the right trigger that sort of ran into the back of him, and it's a definite penalty, no complaints. It's my fault for being a little bit sloppy. So penalty to Zenit, and it's a chance for the Brazilian Hulk to give them the lead in this game for the second time and put them in front in the half-time dressing room at the half-time break. It's Hulk against Zila. Can he score? No, he hits the post. Zila dived the right way anyway, but he hits the post regardless, and from the cross, it's towards Hulk. We get the ball away, and the referee then blows for half time. So Hulk misses a golden opportunity of one of the last kicks of the first half to put Zenit in front, and it is still one apiece. And because of that, they must have been feeling dejected, because directly from this goal kick here in the second half, in the 50th minute, Reinhardt gets on the ball and puts Hulk on the floor and plays the ball down the left hand side towards Marco Royce, who just about keeps the ball on, sprints down the left hand side, beats Shirokov, keeps on going. We try and play it in towards Volland here. He loses the ball, but it's not cleared away properly. It comes to Yashil, who strikes it on the half volley. volley, but it's a really good save by the goalkeeper, and it's put behind for a corner, so still one apiece. But in the second half, it was us getting off to a really good start, but it was a really balanced game, this one. You know, it really was. It wasn't one team dominating the other struggling to defend. Both teams had really good cases to win it, and in the 71st minute, another great chance for Hulk. This time he puts it wide and the ball goes out for a goal kick, and in the 81st minute, another great chance for Zenit here, as Danny gets on the ball down the left hand side and finds his man, who gets onto the ball. I don't really know why my players complain there. He needs to get back on the pitch. The ball gets played forward towards Witzel, and he shoots, but thankfully Zila bails us out, makes the save, it goes behind for a corner, and that was how the game would finish, a 1-1 draw. And I have to say, it was a really balanced game, and you know, we had the better chances in the first half, despite Hulk missing a penalty for Zenit, but in the second half they had the better chances. It was really balanced, a very tight game, and you know, what can I say? I guess it was just a bit of overconfidence, really. I came into this game away in Russia thinking, yeah, we'll probably win it, maybe by 1 or 2 goals. Don't think it'll be a blowout, but we'll probably win it by a couple of goals. But instead, we struggled. We really did, and thankfully Hulk missing a penalty was a real key moment in the game. You know, had Hulk scored that penalty on the stroke of half time, it could have really killed our confidence, but instead we managed to hold on and get a draw. And as I said again, because we got the away goal, it does mean that Zenit St. Petersburg must score in the reverse leg here at the Olympiastadion. If they fail to do that, we will be going through. So it's a really important factor, that away goal, and I'm very pleased we got it. So I'm pleased with the result. It was a difficult game, but I'll take the draw, especially because we got the away goal, and hopefully we'll be able to do the business in the second leg as well. But we took on Hanover for the following game and the final game, the second and final game of today's episode here at the Olympiastadion. And Hanover, well, they haven't really been doing well this season. You know, last season they did really well. They were close to the Europa League places, just like the season before that. They did really well, but this year they haven't really been doing very well at all, to be honest. So we take them on here, and the first chance of the game would fall in the second minute as Hanover give the ball away directly from kickoff, and Sam goes forward, chips the goalkeeper and puts it into the back of the net. So we 1-0 up pretty much directly from kickoff. We ran down the right hand side. Hanover made the challenge, the defender made the challenge, but we won it back off him, and Sam ends up putting the ball into the back of the net after chipping it over the goalkeeper. So we 1-0 up here, and it was just such a simple goal, and you can see why they're struggling this year. And in the 15th minute, a good chance for us to double our advantage. Lasoga finds, I think it was it Schürrle? Schürrle finds Goretzka here, running clear, really good chance, but I took the ball in way too close to the goalkeeper. It was stretching a little bit, Goretzka, as he took the shot, and it was a simple save for the goalkeeper, and it is still 1-0. But as they get the ball away again, Hanover, William Carvalho rolls it through to Lasoga. We go for a quick snapshot, but unfortunately it's a good stop by Miller, and it's turned behind for a corner. So still 1-0 to Hertha Berlin, and just a couple of minutes later, again Hanover good ball away. William Carvalho tackles Hoffman. It comes to Lasoga. Lasoga finds Gnabry, but the shot is really well saved, and it's put behind for another corner. But to be honest, in this game, you know, in the first game we would have seen against Zenit, it was quite a balanced game. This one was just really poor, and as you're seeing on the screen as well, you know, they just kept giving the ball away. We just kept making simple challenges because they took heavy touches and they weren't really on their game, and it was still 1-0. And in the 42nd minute here, they crossed the ball in, and eventually they crossed the ball in down the right hand side, and thankfully for us, Ter Stegen got caught in no man's land, but the header went wide of the post and out for a goal kick. But that was how the game finished. There was literally nothing to report in the second half, and I mean that. There were genuinely no shots in the second half at all. It was a really poor display, but we won the game by a goal to nil. We just, I guess the best way of explaining it is we controlled the game. You know, in the second half we just sort of passed it round and basically said to Hanover, well, you've got to score, so come and get the ball off us, or else you're not going to get any shots. And they didn't. We controlled the win. We got it by a goal to nil. It's our first clean sheet in a while as well, and yeah, it's another 3 points for us as we stay top of the Bundesliga. So glad to get the win. Again, I would have liked to have won it by a few more goals, but there you go. We won it by a goal to nil. That's amazing. We got the 3 points, and we stay top of the Bundesliga. And the last thing you'll see is the squad report and the league table as well, as we have now entered March. And you can check out how the players are doing and what stats they are developing in. And yeah, it's looking like a really good squad. There's still a couple of players in there that I'm not too keen on, and I'd like to shift on next year, such as Marcos Rocha. He's definitely one I'm looking to replace. But the rest of them look fine. It really does look like a good squad with a lot of young talent, some good potential. And next year, I'm not really sure what I should be looking to do in terms of what players to buy, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. But for the time being, I'm really happy with the squad, and there's no doubt in my mind, you're looking at the squad now, this is definitely a title winning side. We should be able to win the title with this side, and hopefully, touch wood, as you'll see by the league table, we should be able to stay on to first place and keep hold of first place, as we are in front by a point with 9 games to go. It's going to be tight, but hopefully we can hold on and claim the Bundesliga. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, because it's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.